Hello, there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Wednesday night. I hope that everybody's doing just great as we get to Hump Day here in this week. It is Bad Batch Day as well. Yeah, we got a new episode. Pretty fun, right? We'll talk about it. I hope again that everybody's doing just fine, and if not, hey, just hold on a little bit. The weekend just around the corner. So, how's everybody doing? I hope that you guys have had a chilled week. I hope that you're not getting too sick of me because we actually had a live stream on Monday night. It was pretty fun, and I definitely needed to catch up on some of these Bad Batch episodes. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was a little bit tiring, to talk about 3 episodes in under an hour actually. But we did it. We got through. It was fine. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's one of my best live streams, but it was all right. And especially um, after taking a little bit of I wouldn't say break because I was just tired, but um, a little bit of a pause for a couple of weeks, for live streaming because, like told you guys, work just kind of got crazy, and I also had actually a business trip, so it was just that combination that didn't make it quite right, to live stream. So anyway, but we're here, we're now kind of back, kind of back into the schedule, hopefully for the remainder of the Bad Batch season. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I think I'm gonna miss one of them in a couple weeks. Anyway, not the point. Let's live in the now. Um, so yeah, what's going on with you guys? What's going on with the Bunker Bunch? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How are you guys dealing with all the Star Wars news that we've been getting? By the way, we've been getting quite a bit. Okay, finally, it seems that things are picking up for Star Wars, which I'm all about. It's just one of those things that we I think we got enough going on that there shouldn't be too much like quiet time like there was this last couple of months, maybe a little bit more than a couple months. But now we got quite a bit going on. Bad Batch, like we're gonna talk about tonight, of course, is still going, and we still got quite a few episodes left. We are past the halfway though, for sure. So I really, really hope that things start picking up overall. Um, we got the Acolyte trailer finally dropped. About time, if you ask me. Way overdue, actually. And we know that that's going to come out in June, which is good. We got something to look forward to. And we got episode one re release. Yeah, I guess it's a re-release, right? Coming over in May 3rd to be exact. Yeah, it's my birthday. Coming back to theaters. Can't wait. Bought my tickets. Last Friday. As soon as they went on sale, I was like, yeah, I'm not missing this one on the big screen. And in case you haven't heard, there is also going to be a marathon for all 9 movies, the whole saga, in a beautiful 21-hour session. So think about it. That might be a little bit too much for my old body to actually survive. But hey, if you guys are young at heart, then by all means try it. I still haven't seen the tickets, by the way, out here. I don't know about you guys. Let me know down. Let me know here in the comments if you are already buying tickets for that. Because I looked earlier today and I still don't see them. So I'm not sure what's going on. Um, I'm assuming not every theater is gonna do it, but like I said, I just haven't seen a list of theaters or chain of theaters that's actually gonna have the marathon. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. But as usual, we got some of the Bunker Bunch already coming in. So tell you what, let me jump right into these comments. Hey, we got Jeff, Star Wars Addict 77 saying, hello, General. What's going on, brother? Hey, dude, crazy update to your collection room. Congrats, because it's looking insane. I saw you got rid of the what were those called? The Bestas, I guess, and you put out the garage shelving, and now that you actually start putting some of the lighting there, dude, it looks amazing. So guys, if you haven't, definitely go check out Jeff's Instagram where he's sharing a lot of the stuff that he's been updating, and it just looks amazing. It already looked amazing, so I don't know how you're actually improving. It's kind of nuts. Got Sammy Hunter saying, "Hey, General, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here." Saying hi to Jeff as well. We got Chris from the Man Collects saying, "General, what's up, sir? What's up, Chad? What's going on, Chris? Killing it as usual with the hunt, finding all kinds of chases out there, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I think every single Hulk Hogan with blue boots chase was sent to the stores that you frequent. You know, the ones out of the entire like country. Zombie saying how to collect. Jeff saying how to zombie. Zombie saying how's things, guys. Luis coming in saying hello, General Kenobi. What's going on, man? Thanks so much for joining the stream. Hey, Luis says zombie. Marta says hi. Hi back. Got Rex from Millennium Workshop saying good evening, everyone. What's up, man? Thank you so much for coming in. Zombie saying hi to Martha and to Rex. Jeff saying thanks, brother. Very close to YK on Instagram, dude. Very well deserved. Like I said, just start sharing like a few pictures of your collection. You know, just take one, like just pick one piece. Honestly, you got plenty to go around, so that's gonna hold you up for quite a bit. You know, and so I appreciate you sharing the the journey, right, of updating, because like I said, it was one of the best looking collection rooms already, and somehow you managed to improve it, which is kind of nuts. Sorry, I keep doing this, but I just noticed that my beard is not cooperating today. Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. It's not where I want it to be. Anyway, Rex saying, "What's up, zombie?" Zombie saying, "Not much. Just chilling before I get some lunch." Oh, that sounds good. Appreciate all of y'all coming in. Like I said, um, on Wednesday night, kind of feels right. You know, I don't know. It kind of feels like it's been a while since we've done the regular just Wednesday show. Technically, this isn't the regular show because you know we are going to talk about Bad Batch. That is the intent of this live stream. But I also want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. Like I said, we've been getting some news, right? We've been getting some stuff, and I haven't really had a time to just sit down and chat with you guys about it. So we already talked a little bit about Acolyte, which, by the way, let me know what you guys thought about that trailer. The internet did not like it. Somebody might want to get that dislike button removed or disabled because dang, they went hard on that trailer. I'm not too sure why, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I thought it was just fine. It didn't really, you know, blow my mind, but I didn't think it was bad, you know. So yeah. Also, it seems that in in their effort to go in and put in an extra dislike in there, they people kind of broke the record of, you know, that's the most watched trailer for Star Wars in, I guess, forever. So I thought that was a little bit ironic, if I'm being honest. Like I said, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely, it looks fun. I am excited about finally exploring a new era. I know I know. High Republic fans are gonna say, "Hey, we've been exploring that new era for years now." I get you. I hear you. I see you. It's just I haven't honestly just had the time to go through all the books and all the comic books. 100% honest. You know, I'll touch base with a few content creators that sort of sum that up, and so that's how I, you know, keep up sort of up to date with the High Republic. But um, I'm definitely looking forward to see it live action. You know, that's kind of what attracts me the most. And I know this specific period of time is kind of towards the end, right, of the High Republic era, sort of. So a lot to look forward to, a lot to discover again about this High Republic era, especially in live action, especially, you know, the dark side sort of uh, perspective on things. That's also pretty interesting to me. But we'll see. We're gonna have to wait and see. Like I said, I don't know why everybody's hating on that trailer. I thought it was enjoyable. We will see what the story actually brings us, and I think that's when we can sort of say, "Hey, you know what? This isn't for me." Right? Let's see. We got Rex saying, "I'm excited to see it." Yeah, man, same here. I'm all for it. Hey, what's going on? We got a brother Elijah coming into the stream saying, "What's up, beloved general? What's up, Bunker Bunch?" I don't know, beloved, but I appreciate it. I'll take it. I will screenshot this. Flag saying Jeff Zombie Rex. That's triple X for you. Um, Rex saying what's up, Flex? Love it, love it. So yeah, also I just want to touch base real quick. I think pretty much everybody here knows, and this might be old news to you guys, but we got finally some information about Celebration Japan. That's right, it's still happening. It's going to happen from April 18th to the 20th, 2025 in Japan, right? Tokyo, Japan. Chiba, if I remember correctly, to be more precise. Which is kind of crazy because remember when they announced it last year and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's 2 years away and it's in Japan and all that." All of a sudden, we're 13 months away. Kind of scary, kind of scary. So yeah, for those of you that are planning to go, yep, the tickets are gonna start selling May 2nd. I believe it's at, well, for us it's gonna be like at 6 p.m. Central, if I remember correctly. So double check for your area, double check for your time zone. Make sure that you guys are ready for it. Make sure that you have, honestly, make sure that you have several devices going on. Actually, even within that, if you have a desktop or laptop, a computer, uh, try to have different browsers. Like already kind of keyed into the link for the tickets. What I'm trying to say is maximize your online presence so that you have a better chance of getting the tickets you actually want. Pause for effect. And yeah, because it has been our previous experiences that things like the all weekend pass, they sell out pretty quick, same day, sometimes within the hour actually. And we do have this kind of breakdown for the passes. So the Jedi Master, which is the VIP, the one to get the best of the best, you don't wait in line, you get exclusive stuff, all of that, is a cool $993 with 25 cents. Yeah, that's a little bit of cash, right? But honestly, believe it or not, that's not even the worst part about it. The hard portion of that is the people that had VIP before are gonna get an exclusive link to buy up to four VIP passes, I should say, the day before anybody else. So on May 1st. So that's already kind of, I don't know, kind of putting a lot of stress. So full disclosure, if anybody knows anybody that gets that email or will get that email, let me know. I'm gonna try to get one of these. Okay, I feel that it hasn't, the Japan trip is as expensive as it is, and this is of course one of the main reasons why I'm going. So I would love it if I could get this just to improve the experience. So like I said, if anybody knows um, anybody that got the pass last time, please let me know, because it seems like it's going to be even harder to get, just to be able to get a pass. So keep that in mind, guys, for all of you that are planning on getting it too. So we got the 3 adult, which I think most people will go for. 168 bucks, 169 basically, and that covers all 3 days. And then 3 day kids are 42.35, which of course is really really good price. After that, of course, comes the single day. So for adults are about 58, 59 bucks each day. Again, not horrible as far as these things go. And for the kids, they're 20 bucks. Um, so yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. It's coming up. We got a little bit over a month, till this ticket link actually becomes live and you can buy them. So just be prepared, if you guys can maybe be at home, right, or wherever your internet connection is strongest, then try to do that. And like I said, if anybody knows anybody that got Jedi Master last time, please let me know, because I'm still kind of trying. I'm still kind of trying to get it. We'll see how that works though. So yeah, let me know if you're actually planning on going to Japan. Like I said, for me, it's still the plan, very much so. So I will be buying tickets. I hope that if I cannot get the the Jedi Master level, then at least get the 3 day pass, right? Save a little bit of money then. If not, then I will have to do it like last time and get 3 individual day passes, right? Again, not a huge deal, but um, yeah, I kind of want to experience that Jedi Master. I've never had it. This is only 3 days. That's the other thing. It's a short celebration in comparison, right? Before it's been up to 5 days or 6 days, I forget. 5 days, I think. And so it gives you plenty of time to go around and check out everything, at least everything that you want to see, right? Not everything going on in the convention. That's kind of impossible. But this time, since it's only 3 days, I would love to save some time by skipping lines or at least not waiting so long in the line, things like that. But we'll see. So just remember, guys, May 2nd is when the tickets go live. So keep an eye out for that if you're planning to go. All right. So Rex says, I feel that sometimes the older Star Wars fans dog everything until they actually see it. Yeah, I agree. It seems like it's the almost like the knee jerk reaction, right? To immediately dislike anything going on with Star Wars nowadays, anyway. But I agree. Like I said, the Acolyte, I think it has a lot of potential. I hope they tap into that potential because out of the projects, I guess, going on right now, there's not much exploring, a different period of time. So I hope that it does good. I hope that they captivate the audience because I think, of course, they're gonna try to do it, multiple seasons. So I hope this first season is successful enough that they greenlight, a second season. So we'll see. We'll see in June. Zombie Hunter says, "Hey Flex, excuse me, how's things, bro? Flexing's all good, brother. Good things, good things. That's good to hear," says Zombie. I agree. All right. So let's jump into why we are here tonight. So, in case this is your first time joining here, the live stream for the debrief, we are going to talk about today's episode of Bad Batch. In this particular case, episode 9 from season 3, called The Harbinger. And if you haven't seen the show and you don't want to be, spoiled, I totally get it. It just came out this morning. Uh, so by all means, you can pause the stream, leave the stream, go watch it, maybe come back by the time we're done, and check out our opinions. You guys let me know what you thought. So from this point forward, we are gonna be talking about Bad Batch spoilers, okay, for today's episode, The Harbinger. All right. So let that be your warning. I'll leave that ticker down there just as a reminder. And so let's jump right in. Um, we are on episode 9 already. It feels kind of weird. I don't know. It feels like we flew by these episodes. Of course, we had a couple of weeks where there was multiple of them, so that didn't help, right? But episode 9 already in the third and final season of Bad Batch. So kind of crazy, right? It's gonna end. Also, now that I think about it, that week in May, that first week in May, it's pretty eventful. Right off the bat, May 1st, that's gonna be the ending of Bad Batch, right? That's gonna be the series finale. May 2nd, we got the tickets go live for Celebration Japan. Then the biggest day in Star Wars history is May 3rd, which is my birthday. But also we're gonna have we're gonna be celebrating by putting the episode 1 back into the big screen. And then May 4th, of course, like the actual Star Wars day. Um, there's obviously always something going on, and this year will not be the exception. So yeah, that's quite the week. That's quite the way to kick off May. So I hope that you guys have good plans. I hope that you guys enjoy that. So, all right, let's get started. Once again, we are going to be talking about spoilers. We are going to be showing spoilers as well on the latest episode of Bad Batch. So let's just jump right in. So, The Harbinger, episode 9, All right, so we kick off things with in Pabu. I don't think anybody's too surprised about that one. Um, there was this little interaction here where one of the locals is
Go
going out
catch some.
fishing, and Crosshair and Wrecker are helping her, load up stuff, fishing
Too
poles and
big
that
to
kind of
eat.
thing,
You
right?
got
And then
it,
she
Becca. Thanks for the help.
she actually thanks Crosshair. And so after she leaves, Wrecker's like, "Ah, you made a new friend. That's nice." So I thought that was a little bit funny. That would be something like, like actual brothers would give you grief about. So that one was cool. Uh, then, of course, we got Omega and Batcher sort of exploring, chasing some critters, at the beach. But then um, Batcher is like, I don't know. There's something funky going on here in this here cave. Omega's like, hey, we've been here before, so what's up? And then she discovers that there is a ship in the cave. Yeah, right. How did that get there without anybody noticing? That's okay. So of course, she starts inspecting it, things like that, and um, then Batcher is just not having it. He's kind of like, dude, I don't like this. This is kind of weird. The clones, of course, start getting a little bit, worried that Omega's not there, and then
You heard her.
we get our introduction. I don't think anybody's surprised about this one. Let me know if you didn't see this one coming, but I think pretty much everybody um kind of knew that this is what's going to happen in this episode. So we got Asajj Ventress in the house, in the cave technically, but you know what I mean. So Asajj Ventress, okay. Definitely it seems like she's sporting the look like it was described in the Dark Disciple book, right? Where she was pretty much thought to be dead. Uh, this is well after that, right? If you remember the in the book, her and Quinlan Voss try to assassinate Count Dooku. So we were very well into the Clone Wars at that point, and here we are very well out of it. So yeah, she's back. We knew that she was going to be back. I still had a little bit of a question if it was going to be, as a flashback, maybe. But no, here we are in the quote unquote current time. So there it is. She's got hair. She's got the armor. So she is basically here because in the previous episode, the Bad Batch contacted Fennec Shan to try to find information about what the heck is M count. And so she says, "Hey, Fennec Shan sent me because you guys are asking about M count." And they're like, "We never told her where we are." And Asajj is actually like, "Yeah, you guys haven't like really covered your tracks, okay? So you're not as good as you think you are." She's like, "Okay, so why are you asking? Why are you asking about this stuff? Um, and you guys got to answer me as a form of payment before I give you the intel." Of course, Hunter's like, "Hey, we already paid Fennec Chan." She's like, "I don't care." They have a little bit of a standoff, which I thought was kind of cute the way they do it. Um,
Already paid Fennec for the intel.
No, not my
so of
problem.
course, Crosshair
Either
and Hunter,
talk or I go.
have their arms folded, and then Wrecker notices that, and he folds his arms too, not really knowing what's going on. So, like I said, little things like that, make it fun. Anyway, Omega starts talking, of course, saying, "Hey, this is because of a friend. The Empire is after our friend, and all we know is it's because of M count experiments, but we don't know what that means." So Asajj is like, "Okay, I'll buy that, right?" And she starts kind of telling them, it's like, okay, it's something in the blood. We all have it, but at different levels. And then she says, it's thought to be, if you have it more, you are you have more chances of being attuned with the force. To which, of course, um, Hunter is like, "Oh, you're talking about Jedi," and she's like, "Well, yes and no. Just because you have them doesn't make you a Jedi. You still have to be trained." So I kind of like that she made that distinction. And then, and then of course, Omega jumps the gun and says, "Oh, is that why the Empire is looking for me?" Of course, probably at this point, Asajj has already put it together. Uh, and she says, "Well, I've never known of any clone, being force sensitive, but they did make millions of you guys. So I guess it's kind of possible, but you would have to be like tested." She's like, "So if you have a high M count, then you're in trouble because the Empire is very much interested in you in general." And she's like, "Well, I'm already a target, so can we at least find out if I do?" To which, Asajj is like, "I don't know about that. Um, I would have to test you, and I don't know if I want to or if you can take it." To which, of course, Omega's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so she starts doing this like Karate Kid type of thing, where she has her balancing a fruit on a single leg in a slippery rock. Um, I mean, I guess they ran out of blood test, like those little kits that the Jedi used to carry around. So I'm assuming, that's why she has to sort of test her like this. Anyway, Omega doesn't do that great. She keeps. So Asajj is actually fairly patient with her. Very uncharacteristic of her last time we saw her in the Clone Wars. But if you've read the book, Dark Disciple, it kind of does line up, with the stuff that happened to her during the book, that she's a little bit more like patient. So Crosshair comes up and he's like, "Hey, yeah, I found her in Tech's old Republic files. This is her. It's Asajj Ventress." So they're like, "Why would she be helping us in there?" And Hunter is like, maybe she's not." So Asajj actually sent Omega to go all the way up the hill in Pabu to retrieve I think it was what's it called, a flower or a seed, something like that, from the tree that's all the way to the top. And she's like, "Really? Like, I have like," it's like, "Oh, before the sun sets, whatever." So she goes off. I thought that was a little bit clever because really she knew that the clones were onto her. She's like, "All right, well, she's gone now, so
Advice.
if you're gonna try something, it's not gonna work out." And the clones are like, "Yeah, well, we know what you've done, so we know that you're not really helping us. Um, in reality, we don't think you're up to any good." And of course, Asajj, being Asajj, right, starts kind of taunting them a little bit, saying, "Well, maybe once I finish testing her, I'll just take her. That way it's not gonna be anymore your problem." Um, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen." And so they, oh well, she disarms them like in one single movement, by the way. And she's like, "You know what?
Taken down.
We're gonna do this like clean hand, so no
Rest.
cheating." Which I
So
thought was
have
interesting, by the
I.
way. So right there, boom. So
No.
single force movement disarms all of them. To which I'm like, "Really, guys? Like, you guys have fought, force sensitive guys before." But anyway, it did look very cool. Asajj is very powerful. We all know that, so it does line up with that.
Cheating.
So they basically start going at it, like I said, like fist fighting her, which again, it was interesting. They went that route, but I kind of enjoyed it. Okay, I kind of enjoyed it. Um, there's something with the animation though, and some of the movements. I don't know if it was like a variable refresh rate or something like that. But some of them, some movements, some shots look a little bit odd to me. She, of course, is an expert in hand to hand combat. So are the clones, by the way. But I mean, she is just, she's just a little bit better. So yeah, they go at it quite a bit, which again, I was actually okay with it. Like, kind of enjoyed watching somebody finally, be up to par or even better than these clones. We've kind of see them always be like the ones coming out on top. And keep in mind, like, this is three of them, and they're barely holding on against her. So that I liked. So yeah, so they keep going, of course. She's like, hey, this is not why I'm here. All of that stuff. Like, I'm not your enemy. They're like, we don't care. They get their
Why
blasters, and of course,
don't you be
they start blasting, right?
good little clones
So let me see. I want to show you guys here something. Um,
and stand down?
see if I can get the
We're
shot
not
because
following orders.
so yeah, so Omega's still running around. These guys start shooting, and then he starts just deflecting, right, with very much ease. I mean, it's only three clones. If you think about it, she's deflected way more. Remember, Crosshair is not 100%. Like, he is still with like tremors and stuff. So we'll chalk it up to that. But I want to see here. Yeah, so
I
right there. So I don't know about you guys, but to me, that hilt for the lightsaber looks exactly like the one she used to have before. Obviously, the color has changed. It is yellow, and that is concurrent, or that does match up with the Dark Disciple book, where she had a yellow lightsaber. But I don't remember if anybody here remembers that detail. I don't think it was meant to be her saber, right? Like the same shape. I mean, I think she had said she bought it, or she found one, or she stole one, but it wasn't hers. It wasn't. I don't think it was meant to be that curved shape, let alone looking like her old lightsabers, right? But I could be wrong. Like I said, maybe I missed that detail. But you guys let me know in the comments if you know if they're supposed to be exactly like her old ones. All right. So again, she basically says, I'm not your enemy. I wasn't here to kill you, but you guys are starting to take me off. Omega returns,
what?
and
Stop! What's going on?
She's been lying
and
against
she
her.
actually has them all, on the rope. So she's force choking Wrecker. She has Crosshairs down. Hunter is, at the tip of her lightsaber. So I thought that scene was very cool. Like I said, I kind of enjoyed the clones being taken down a peg or two, because they've been doing really good. Anyway, she says, we were all kind of used, like the Empire is really the dangerous one. And she keeps saying, I'm not your enemy. So anyway, Omega, of course, has a discussion with the squad, and they're like, hey, she was a separatist, she was a separatist assassin, she's evil, all of that. But Omega's like, hey, she's the only one that's you know actually giving us answers. Whatever little we know about M count or midichlorians, I think at one point they finally say midichlorians. Um, so I kind of have to trust her. That's our only shot. So I gotta keep going. I have to know if I have midichlorians in me. So she actually sticks around, Asash, and she's like, "Hey, I'm not your enemy. I'm actually trying to help." Omega's like, "I believe you." She's like, "They told me everything you did, which of course not in great detail, but I believe people can change, and here I am. So let's keep going to test." So they get into one of those little boats. They head out to open sea because supposedly that's gonna be, the how do you call it, that is going to be a better training ground. So the test here is that Asaj basically explains that a lot of people that are force sensitive are attuned to nature. So basically, reach out to any living thing that you can feel in the vicinity and see if you get a reaction. So Omega is trying, at the edge. The clones are all the way to the top of Pabu, basically watching with micro binoculars because they promised they wouldn't intervene. And Omega is getting frustrated. She has been kind of fighting all of the instructions that Asajj has been giving her from the beginning. Um, and Asajj did bring up a good point actually that you're kind of pampered because of the clones, like they overprotect you, so you don't really want to try anything. Um, and Omega's like, hey, like I've been trained and stuff, but this is just a waste of time. And of course, Asajj is like, hey, if you want to keep going with that, that's fine. But don't waste my time. And Omega's like, I don't even think that you know what you're talking about. So of course, uh, Asajj steps up to the plate and she calls up these like luminescent beans. They make a nice little, show and display. But then uh, it seems that she called up something bigger as well, which of course the Bad Batch notices. They're like, hey, get into the ship. And so
Did
she
you
calls
summon that?
this big dude right here, right there. So guess what? Another giant monster. What a surprise. Anyway, of course, they try to run away. The sea monster, sea creature, really is not having it. It's got a lot of tentacles and stuff. So it actually grabs Omega and starts pulling her down. Asajj jumps in and slashes, the tentacle to save Omega. Which this scene was pretty cool. Actually, I kind of liked it. Um, but then the Bad Batch is blasting away. Asajj is like, you know what? They're making it worse. Tell them to stop. I got this. Which she actually does. She's about to be eaten, but she manages to commune with the or telepathically, I'm assuming through the force. She manages to calm down the creature, and then they're fine, and the creature just kind of leaves. So, which was a little bit surprising. And then, so they all get back with Asajj now in the Marauder. So they're kind of buddy buddies, right? So they get back to Pabu. Uh, Asajj is basically kind of getting ready to leave. She tells so Omega, of course, is like, hey, so do I have a big M count? What's going on? Asajj is like, no, you don't have a big M count. She's like, I don't know why the Empire wants you, but it's not because of that.
No. Then why is the Empire?
Um, and then
Come on, let's
she Omega leaves off with Record,
Part
but Hunter and Crosshair is like, yeah, you're lying. Okay, you're lying. So why don't you tell us what's going on?
leaving you.
And she's like, hey, even if she does have a high M count, that means that she has to be trained and not by you guys. So she would have to leave you. And Hunter's like, yeah, that's not happening. To which Asaj's like, nobody cares about what you want. You guys are going to have to be ready because the Empire wants her. So they're not going to stop looking for her. And so she's like, all right, I'm out. Crosshair is like, I still don't know like whose side you're on. And she's like, I'm on my own side. And then they're like, okay, well, the Empire's looking for you too. She's like, let them try. I've got a few lives left, which I thought was an interesting line because again, we kind of knew that she was dead, right? Like she was dead a few years ago from this point. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Basically, she gets into her ship and she gets into that ship, kind of funky looking ship. Kind of like it though, a little bit different. And then that's basically it. Uh, okay, so yeah, so let's catch up here with the chat. Um, Edson Martinez saying, "I haven't seen the episode yet. I'm about to." Yeah, I know, man. I'm actually joining this guy's stream, so make sure you check out Mandalore Express right after this. I will be jumping on with them with their watch party. Hello, everyone. By the way, so I'm saying hi, Edson. Okay, so season 3, episode 9, The Harbinger. Right. Again, I think pretty much everybody right knew who the Harbinger was or what the Harbinger title was making reference to. Asajj Ventress. Why? Because we saw her in the trailer, right? So we knew she was coming back. Like I said, I still had a little bit of hope that it was going to be more like maybe like a flashback, maybe like or remember that time that we almost tried to assassinate Count Dooku, something like that. But which was a little bit dispelled right by Dave Filoni and I forget the actress name right now, who plays or who voices Asajj Ventress, because she said, yeah, there's more Ventress coming up. So okay, we got Asajj Ventress. I am strangely okay with this Asajj Ventress, but that's just because I read Dark Disciple. Actually, I take that back. I listened to the audiobook on Dark Disciple. Everybody here knows that I don't know how to read. And some of the stuff that I think would have been weird with the character made sense, like this, like why she's not as aggressive anymore, why she's actually a little bit patient, with Omega, and a little bit like nurturing, right? A little bit of a master of guiding her and stuff like that. Again, these are all sort of stemming from what happened during the book, which in broad strokes, Quinlan Voss gets trained by Asajj Ventress to use the dark side, but not as a Sith, more as a Night Sister, which I thought was very interesting, by the way. And so, of course, she had to learn how to teach somebody. And in doing so, I think she learned quite a bit in the sense that, she was a little bit more patient. She was a little more clear in her instructions. She wasn't as aggressive as she normally is. And spoilers, if you haven't seen Dark Disciple, sorry, but Quinlan Voss and Asajj Ventress fall in love, like for reals, right? Like for reals in love. Of course, that added a layer of complexity to their mission, which goes south, and Quinlan falls to the dark side. She manages to help him sort of recover from that, but she ends up dying. She ends up being killed, or again, or so we think. She ends up being killed by Count Dooku. And I say we think because they actually go and bury her. All right. Um, However, they buried her in her home world of Dathomir, right, where we know there's a lot of magic and stuff like that. So maybe that's where this is coming from. Um, I like her line. I still got a few lives left, so I hope that she didn't die the way we thought. Maybe she was brought back somehow through magic. Maybe she did die technically, and she was brought back. Or maybe she just had like a reserve of life force, something like that, stashed away, and she managed to tap into it. We'll see. I don't know that we will get a lot of explanation, to be honest, with what's going on with Asajj. But definitely a fun episode. I actually enjoyed it. We finally get a little bit more of a description, right, of what's going on with the M count. Like I said, we kind of know, right? Like the audience knows that they are talking about midichlorians, but it was good to see somebody explain it to the characters, say the word midichlorians finally, and just basically tell them it's like, hey, I guess a clone could be force sensitive, right? Which maybe that's where we're going with this. Um, it is maybe meant to mislead us because She does say, "Hey, the Kaminoans made millions of you guys, so I guess it could happen." But what if it was by design, right? That's the real question. What if it was by design that Omega had to be force sensitive, right? Not so much that they discovered her, more like they designed her. So that's still, I guess, a little bit of a question. Um, love the fight. I actually really like that she went up against the clones in hand to hand combat and kind of wiped the floor with them, right? Of course, she ends up using the force. Why wouldn't she? To basically, finally take him down. But she was very much holding her own against three. Think about it. It's like three special forces guys, right? Uh, that's kind of what these clones are. And she was doing very well for herself, in that fight. So I kind of enjoyed that. I kind of enjoyed the change of pace, right? It wasn't like immediately blaster against lightsaber, which of course we do see, and of course she comes out on top still. Um, yeah. So like I said, if anybody knows what's up with her lightsaber, let me know. The color matches the book, yellow. But like I said, the hilt to me looks like her old, hilt. So I don't know if that's exactly by design. But like I said, it did stand out to me that it was the same um, design, like it was this very much the same hilt, right? Just different color. So so yeah, I wonder if that was, again, if that was by design, or if that is something that I missed, maybe from the books. But um, yeah, if anybody knows, please let me know, because I might have to go back and look that up. What else? So once we know that that Omega is a little bit, I guess, possibly force sensitive, of course she was gonna have to get a little bit trained. Again, it's interesting that it's Asajj Ventress, right? The one that gives her first few lessons, or technically tests, but I would say lessons, because she does explain quite a bit, about the force and things like that. I did thought it was kind of hilarious, because some parts when Asajj is like, "Let go of your conscious mind, like just focus, don't try to balance it out." And she's like, Omega's like, "I don't even know what conscious mind means," which is something a kid would say, right? Especially a kid that's only been, with soldiers, right? I'm sure they haven't taught her much of, consciousness and meditation and things like that. But little dialogue like that, that is enjoyable. And we'll see. Um, we might end up with a Sabine type of situation, right? Like we saw in Ahsoka, um, where she might not be as strong in the Force as maybe we think she is, but she ends up getting trained, and she ends up becoming, uh, powerful or enough to wield the Force. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting if that's the way they go. I still kind of feel that they might play it from the side of the Kaminoans. Made her uh maybe not force sensitive, but like her blood, is very is a good recipient for midichlorians, right? Something like that. Something, like I said, a little bit different, right, than what we think it's going on. We will see. Again, this is episode 9 out of what is that, 15? So we only got a few to go. May 1st is going to be the series finale. So yeah, we got about a month left worth of Bad Batch. So yeah, we'll see how they wrap up, or how well they wrap up. But this episode was fun, absolutely. Good to see Asajj Ventress. I think it makes sense right now, around this time in the season. You don't want to, I didn't want her to show up too early or too late, for that matter. So I think I'm okay with this timing. I'm still not so much okay with the other 8 episodes that came before, in terms of how much the story has really advanced, because there hasn't really happened much, when it comes to the story. Uh, I know people saying, well, they're developing the characters, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like this is the final season, so uh, you had season 1 and 2 to sort of develop the characters to a point that made sense for the story, and right now we just keep going on. So if they all sacrifice themselves, to save Omega or something like that at the end. But if not, then it's gonna be a little bit wasteful, because if the characters are just gonna keep going in other shows, then I'm like, okay, well, then why do I care too much about what happens to them right now, right? Um, Again, that's just me. That's just my opinion. Okay, and I know that people have been enjoying the show. Again, the show is fun for sure. It looks great. Like I said, except this fight, I don't know. It looked a little bit funky to me. Like something with the movement, transitions looking a little bit different. So I don't know. It was odd to me. It stood out to me as I was watching it. So let me know down in the comments if you guys saw the same thing, or if it's just my old eyes that cannot process fast movements anymore. All right. Well, um, oh, final things that I wanted to say. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys check us out over on Facebook at General Kenobi's Bunker. Also, we are at on Instagram at general.kenobis.bunkers, and on TikTok at general_Kenobis_bunker. Make sure that you follow us on social media, guys. I am brewing a 2K, 2,000 subscribers celebration giveaway. We will be doing, a nice giveaway here. I'll come up with the rules and stuff like that pretty soon. So make sure that you are following us. Um, Again, at our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I would appreciate it if you follow us there. If you haven't, also, if you haven't checked out, our second channel here on YouTube called El Búnker del General Kenobi, where we produce content in Spanish. So I would greatly appreciate it if you go check that out. Also, please do not forget to leave your like here on this stream so that we tell the mythical YouTube algorithm that we are doing a good job. So I would appreciate if you do that. And finally, consider subscribing if you haven't. Thank you so much if you already have, and share the content with people you think would enjoy it. We do have a few toy hunts out there, um, a couple of reviews that I'm working on, and just we're gonna be trying a little bit different things here in the channel. See if we can pick up the traffic a little bit more. So we got we got Elijah saying old eyes. Yeah, man, seriously. Sammy Hunter says, see you guys. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much for joining us. So yeah, guys, that is gonna do it for this episode of Debrief. Thank you so much for joining me here to talk about Bad Batch, season 3, episode 9, The Harbinger. One of the better ones this season, of course. And not, it was definitely fun. Looking forward, I'm still very, very hopeful that we get Quinlan Voss, hopefully, here in the show. That would be amazing. But we shall see. Remember, we only got a few episodes left in this final season. So it's going to be interesting to see how they wrap everything out. So thank you again for joining me. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your week. I hope that you have an even better weekend. Get some rest, get some food, rewatch The Bad Batch, because I do want to get more shows, made for Star Wars. Also, remember, keep in mind that the tickets for Celebration Japan will be on sale May 2nd. Yeah, let me know if anybody knows somebody that has access to the VIP pre-sale, because I'm interested. All right, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much again, and may the force be with you.